Fitzroy now have the breezes. Simon Madden thumps it out wide. Carlson picks it up, twists onto his favourite left foot, drives it downfield. Madden, brilliant, almost took a beauty. Van der Haar to Wood. Wood at centre wing, driving into the breeze, looking there for Harvey, and found him with a very, very good kick. Harvey's at centre half forward. Kicks it out to the flank. A nice spoil that time away from Hawker. Picked up by Merritt. Great leap there by Ezard, was unsuccessful. Nice play there as the hand pass goes out, and long downfield. In front side bottom is almost on half-back flank. Baker pushes him out of the road. Merv Nagels with it, and it's all Essendon through Van der Haar, across to Baker. Bork's into trouble. Down goes Turner once again. He had 9 possessions in the first term and gets another one.
He's played a delightful game, Turner. Inboard to side bottom. Oh, he didn't know what to do with it. Quickly back to Essendon's Williams. Thornton. Oh, ducks a high tackle. Watson. A lot of pressure from both teams. Nagel to Hawker. Hawker goes for goal, but grubbers it. Good pick up, Ezard. Snap. Offline.
Essendon looking a much more ferocious side in this quarter. They certainly looked very ordinary in the first quarter, not really attacking the ball, but they've certainly attacked the ball in the first couple of minutes.
Osborne, who's been a very, very exciting half-back flanker. Kicking out now and straight down the centre and straight to Van der Haar. And here comes the Flying Dutchman. He'll boom it back, and he booms it. Osborne and Wood. Harvey. That was beautiful. Well, if ever a mark shouldn't have been taken, that was courage, courage and courage. Well, Osborne thought it was his, and Harvey came from the side, an amazingly strong mark, and puts it through. And if ever a solo effort deserved a goal, that was one.
It was a fine effort. It was a lovely long kick out using the advantage of the breeze, and it was very, very well read by Van der Haar, as we can see here. And also Van der Haar, realising that he had a bit of space to run in, really tried to use it up, and I think tried to possibly kick a goal. Landing a bit short, but Ezard, a very courageous move across the front of the pack.
Bombers get the first goal of the second term, and they're into the breeze now. Pretty important one. Out of the middle by Williams. Not much distance. Oh, good mark. Osborne again. Playing a great game. Cross to the outer side to Parrish. He marked before the spoil of Bradbury. Parrish, 15 metres forward of the wing. Wilson leads to the pocket. Third kick for Les Parrish. Side bottom is there. Quinlan a huge leap. At the front, Van der Haar ducks his head, comes to Wilson. Quinlan, he's slung in the tackle, holding the ball. Great tackle there by Clark.
It was a super tackle. And now Clark out wide, and good running football, and Thompson boots it down over the head of Ezard. It goes, picked up by Harvey. Harvey then kicks it downfield, and in front this time is Reeves. Kicks it off the ground very successfully, a little fortunately, but well done, and boots it over the line out of bounds before Hawker can reach it.
The Bombers leading by 4 goals, but Essendon have a breeze. Probably about 4 goals worth. Rendell. Under pressure, Turner. Centre of the ground and the mark to Madden. Madden's third kick. Look at that pull up into the breeze. Danaher in front. At the front of the pack, Gotch. His kick to centre half forward. Pert! What a snatch by Gary Pert, who was about third in line.
Oh, that was one of the really fine marks of the match. And he can really kick it, can Gary. And there's an illustration. What a thumping kick it was. Oh, there's the wind. But there's the man who can kick it as well. Just missed it through for one behind.
The breeze there being a little bit awkward when Pert did mark. Interestingly, 3 Fitzroy players were onto that, including Gary Wilson trying to mark it.
Kick by Duckworth. Van der Haar in front. Oh, what an excellent mark. He has been superb in the air today. Paul Van der Haar, 5 marks. From half back to the centre of the ground for Watson. Sandwiched. Loken in there, fighting hard for it. Umpire calls for it just as Loken got it out with his hand pass. The umpire will ball it up.
Essendon 6-2 are leading Fitzroy 2-3, 6 minutes into the second term. Right in the centre of the ground, Matt Randell's back on the ground. Down it goes from Turner again, and Pert takes an excellent mark. Pert's had too much skill for Bradbury, and that's really saying something, because Bradbury's one of Essendon's very, very good players. But this young man who's been picked for state selection as a teenager, who came in and played his first match as only a 16-year-older, is just full of skills, and he can really kick it, but he's well off direction with this one.
Well, he made state team last year as a full-back, and now as a forward he's kicked 2 behinds and 1 out of bounds. Duckworth. Pert not last year, but this year. Van der Haar in the chop again. On the ground, Thompson. He gave it to Wood, who was out.
Wood was off.
It was already good.
Rendell now. And Madden, shielding eyes from the very pleasant sun, the cold sun. Nice play, Van der Haar again. Tim Watson got 2-1 against him. What a lovely leap that was to over the top there by Coleman, by Roos. And Roos now back towards centre half forward. Almost taken, nice play. Baker, very skilled player, done everything well. Clark then downfield looking for Hawker. Hawker in fine position. That was a clever mark.
It's a clever mark, and Hawker tried to interfere afterwards, and quite rightly didn't get any 15 yards.
To centre half forward. Oh, excellent hands there by Osborne. It was nearly best on ground. He's playing a superb game. Osborne at centre half back, short pass with the breeze to side bottom on the wing. Crowd don't like him. Sidey with a long left footer, inside centre half forward. Quinlan from the back. Wood, under pressure, does well. Wilson in front. Thompson comes from behind, takes it away from him, finds support in Nagel, over the top to Danaher, wide open for Essendon on the forward line, low pass to Watson, who bobbles it. And Thornton takes it away. Clayton.
Back to Danaher. Twists and turns and gets a beautiful hand pass out to Williams. Williams will shoot for goal and hooks it. 1 behind. Time and time again. Players pulling it across and hooking it. And that was a bad miss by Williams after some lovely Danaher football.
Kick in by Thornton. Nagel well placed. Roos from the back. It comes to the back to Winton. Gathered on the bounce by Reeves. His kick over the wing. Loken on his own. He can take a bounce and improve his distance. Loken, a long kicker of the football. Gotch with Clark. Gotch hits the floor. Back paddles it. Free kick to the Essendon man, Clark.
Well, little Bradley Gotch is probably the smallest player in the league, and it was very tough for him to have to compete in the air. Clark gets a free kick. Good long kick it is too. Rendell in front, spoilt by Madden. Nice play, Nagel. Very brilliant. Sends it down in the Watson direction. Clayton with him. Clayton recovers best. Out to Laurie. Laurie in pressure and trouble, but does it nicely. Wood in front, never looked like it. Nice play side bottom. Carey tackles him. May crawl all over him. There's side bottom with his hand on his head. Oh, that was rough stuff.
Seemed unnecessary given the situation they had. Side bottom in, he'd already been tackled. A good hold would have probably had him holding the ball.
And then he kicks it out wide.
Unmarked is Rendell. Oh, should have taken that mark. Ezard off the floor, chased by Conlon. Decked after he got rid of it, relayed free. Umpire still having a look at it. And Mickey Conlon is going to be a problem here for Fitzroy. He's been dragged already for an unnecessary free kick. Might yet get reported.
He sure is a hothead, isn't he?
Must have said something about his mum, I think.
as things settle down. Baker.
Baker sends it downfield. Nice play. Osborne almost took a good one, held on to Ezard, but held the ball to him. Harvey's an aggressive individual too, comes in looking for trouble when it wasn't there.
I just think he might get found out. He's a fairly young lad and do well to keep out of it.
Out it comes from, out to Williams, who's a very slick mover. His hand pass to Terry Danaher. Danaher strong and purposeful. Back it goes to Van der Haar. He'll give it the long bomb again, but didn't get onto it. Out wide it goes. Great effort in front there by Ezard. Watson comes through, runs into trouble. Nice play, Reeves again. Reeves has played a good few minutes. Out to Clayton. Clayton to Carlson. The left foot will give it across to Rendell short. Rendell will take the mark and hesitate.
Now they need a long one. Inboard to Clayton. Clayton's kick to centre half forward. Oh, what a mark by Van der Haar. Absolutely burning at centre half back. His hand pass out to Duckworth. His kick to half forward, flank to Danaher. Brilliant football set up by Paul Van der Haar. Short pass over the top and doubling across is Baker. Too far out to score.
Baker, Danaher, Van der Haar playing very well to Roger Merritt. Great effort. Bad luck, big fellow. He's tackled when not in possession, I thought. Play goes on. It's Hinchin with the ball, taking it from Parrish. Hinchin sends it downfield. Carey and Conlon there. Conlon can't hold it. Chance for Wood. He runs into Loken. Here's Carey. Through side bottom it goes. Picked up by the aggressive Thompson. The tackle's around his neck and was too high. The tackle was too high. And the free kick will go to Thompson, who's a real goer. A silly throwback, 15-metre penalty, which wasn't taken. Donnell's with the ball and kicks it high.
It holds up. There was interference well before the ball arrived. Danaher penalised and the free kick will go to Paul Roos. Almost one of those 50-50 jobs. Roos goes long. Oh, Quinlan, delightful. He's kicked Fitzroy's only 2 goals, and here he is 70 metres from goal, and with a decent breeze behind, I reckon he gives himself half a chance.
Oh, he's got a chance.
You reckon more than half?
Yeah, more than half.
He unloads with a big one. It's good. 2 metres short. Carey to Ezard, and Essendon run it out of defence. Great play, Ezard.
Playing a lovely second term with the Bombers. Harvey. Beautiful mark right on the line as he dived into it. And the Bombers are in full flight, looking for their brilliant captain. Over the back it goes. Running after it is Thornton, hotly pursued by Watson. Thornton hits it over the line from the Watson tackle. Push, says the umpire. And Thornton's doing a lot of talk too. Tim Watson not having a lot of time on the ball and therefore not very prominent.
Thornton's kick up towards the wing. Rendell is there. Comes to the back. Donnell under pressure from Laurie. Laurie knocks it away from him, going Fitzroy's way. Loken gets clear, puts it out in front of Gotch. Oh, lightning hand pass. Wilson over his shoulder. Great kick. Sensational goal by Fitzroy.
Yes, it was a fine goal, but there's Nagel involved, I think, with Wilson after that goal, so unnecessary play later on. A few words were exchanged after Wilson scored that, and soon led to a few pushes and shoves. It was a fine goal. It did seem as though Fitzroy were going to blow that opportunity by trying to handball the ball when really there was no necessity to, and it looks as though, and quite rightly, interference after the goal had already been scored. There is provision in the rules for a second kick to be given, and in the instant we could see it looked as though that's the correct decision.
Gee, you don't see it very often, do you?
No,
I've never seen it.
I have. The ball has got to be through the post before it can happen. That's why when you see someone bumped, the free kick is not given if it's in flight. Well, I've seen it before, and I've never liked this though. And he kicks it badly.
I think that's a poor response really from the Essendon crowd, because really the kick was certainly there, and that's just the way football has to be played, and it's a pity it wasn't rewarded with a goal.
I think it was a very good umpire decision, yep.
Now Duckworth improves by 20 metres, kicks just short of the wing. Van der Haar is murdering side bottom. 15 metres against Gary side bottom. Paul van der Haar, 7 marks to the 16-minute mark, second term.
And there's been a few brilliant ones in that. He's looking for another brilliant player in Danaher. Got his hands there. Here comes Williams again, out to Bradbury. Carlson goes underneath him. Roger Merritt, 2-1 against him, goes down. An opportunity for Hinchin. Hinchin under pressure, gets kicked quickly, and down it goes towards Rendell. Good mark, Big Matt. Very good mark.
Oh, he's in trouble. Madden gets him from behind. From all fours, Rendell gets it to Hinchin. Hinchin's kick to centre half forward. Van der Haar slips. Thompson. Good kick. Chance for Clark. Inboard he goes to Wood. He's in trouble. Back to Clark. Good football, Essendon. Clark's kick to half forward. Williams. Great football.
He's an elusive will-o'-the-wisp is Williams. Williams sends it long and Roger Merritt's in fine position. Oh, could have taken the free. Bradbury. Bradbury, the only man down.
And Essendon looking a lot better when they attacked the ball. They really moved that one very quickly out. Good kick from the wing. Straight to Williams, who doesn't give it a lot of time, pushes the ball off as quickly as he can. Merritt in the goal square. The ball falling out, but very easily picked up and put through.
Rendell has been interchanged for Coleman again, this time at the 17-minute mark. It was 16 minutes in the first term.
Yes, it seems to be a pattern. Booted down by Turner. Van der Haar mark number 7. Or was it 8? 8, Paul, thank you. He's been an absolute thriller. Off he goes and he's down. And guess who? Michael Charles Coleman. Madden gets the free kick and Merritt's in front. Essendon looking very good at this stage. Umpire's letting it go. Ezard hooks it across, out of bounds.
Yes, I think the Fitzroy are effectively a forward short. They managed to upset Coleman and he really isn't contributing anything down there. Instead, he's really giving kicks away.
Bradbury unmarked just forward of the wing. Essendon playing a far better game into the breeze in this term than they did with it in the first term. Danaher's there. Roos over the top of him. Danaher the crumbs. Snap for goal. It's a beauty!
An enormous goal, and the difference we saw with Coleman in the previous quarter in exactly the same position, handballed the ball away and tried to run around an opponent, whereas Danaher, I think, a far more professional approach to it. The opportunity was there. First thought, put the ball on his boot and through it went.
This is one of the top players in football.
Well, just uses his opportunity so well.
Merritt, brilliant. Williams, equally brilliant. Left foot and hooks it out, looking for Harvey. Harvey and Osmond will be good. This is 2 blonde superstars here of the future. Harvey then downfield. Danaher in beaut position. In super position, just held it long enough. He's got too much class for Roos.
Pass on the bounce to Merritt, or Madden, near the boundary line. Centering kick, dropped in a little bit short. And Coleman takes the mark in defence. You're out of your league, Ezard. 15-metre penalty against Ezard. Coleman inboard to Carlson. Pops it short to Logan. A drop short of him. Trouble. Baker. Oh, wide open. Bradbury. And with a cross breeze from there, it's a difficult angle. He'll be looking for some tall timber in the goal square. He's got it with Madden. Short pass. Oh, delightful. Hawker right in front. Essendon really getting on top now. They lead 8-3 to 2-4. Ben Hawker, distance 35 metres. The kick is good.
Yes, Essendon are really starting to exert their dominance now. Fitzroy really not able to contain them, even though they're going with the breeze. Very simple goal, really, in the end. Fitzroy running the ball out through Carlson. But the mistake then leading to Baker taking the ball away fairly easily, putting it on Bradbury's chest.
Flying at it, Merritt. Baker killing Logan in the centre. Taps it back. Well played, Thompson. Caught. Down they go. Osborne a flying tackle, and the free kick is going to go to the busy Williams. Williams now off, drives it out to half-forward flank looking for Danaher. Roos is with him, fighting for it, Hawker. And it was held to him. There'll be a bounce.
Williams has really been a dominant influence. He's had 11 kicks to this stage and is really dominating around the ground.
Centre half forward for Essendon. Madden pushed out, free kick right in front. Distance 40 metres. And his best kick would just about score into this breeze. Interesting that the scoreboard still has Fitzroy 2-4. They haven't given Wilson that goal. I think it'll be corrected later on at half-time.
The other scoreboard has them with 3 goals. 3 goals for as opposed to 2 goals for.
Madden's kick is good. It's home. Oh, good kick from there. Madden 3 goals.
Yes, well, Simon Madden be fairly happy with that one. It was a reasonably easy one to pick up. Took front position in the centre bounce, and Coleman fairly blatantly pushing him in the back. Once again, ruck free kicks often given at bad times, but I think in that case Coleman really didn't disguise what he was doing.
41 points to Essendon lead by. Here they go through Turner to the Fitzroy, out wide Nobby Clark's in front, a very unlucky bounce. Williams clever, Wilson clever, and must take a free kick. Bad luck to Clark, he got into great position, and then one of those contrary bounces which we all have suffered, and Gary Wilson exploited it well. He's kicked 1 goal, his 5th kick, he's within range from 45 to 50 metres, but he won't make it. Just off direction the whole way. Quinlan really got the spring in the heels today. Was high above the pack but couldn't hold it.
Without the glue on his hands, that's the difficulty,
yes,
I think.
He needs the glue.
40 points the difference. Osborne. Punch forward by Roos. Chance here for Barwick. Inboard to side bottom. Vanderhaar meets him. Side bottom shrugs him but took it out. He almost kicked a goal from out of bounds, but it'll be a boundary throw in.
I think it was a goal actually, Drew. It was a tremendous shot, and bad luck for Sidebottom because he really rode that bump very well, I think.
Yes, I agree. I thought he rode the bump brilliantly.
He looked to be in trouble, didn't he? There was nowhere to go.
Merritt in front. Over the top was Pert. Underneath it, Parrish. I played that. It's not, the umpire doesn't agree with me. Picked up there by Barwick. Barwick's long kick is off direction, a very long kick, and it's through for 1 behind.
Yes, if you put the ball up there, Doug, it really does seem to float in very quickly in towards goals. I was a bit surprised earlier that Bernie Quinlan didn't use a torpedo from a long way out, because you really can get an extra 10 yards.
23 minutes gone in the quarter. Fitzroy have about 5 minutes of wind-assisted time, but 4 goals will be handy. Conlon gives a hand pass, rare sight. Barwick, well played. Standing start, great kick. Just offline again.
Barwick, 2 behind in a few moments.
As we've seen so often this year, goal front inaccuracy really making a difference, and in this case keeping Fitzroy out of touch.
Vanderhaar, an excellent kick. Merritt. Oh, the big strong man. He's good. He's good. Just in the last 12 months has Roger Merritt matured into a top player. Great pass. The second time he's kicked beautifully. The leading Danaher. He then drives wide looking for Watson. Clayton, the great stoppers beside him, but Watson won it easily. That was very clever and very strong, Tim. Not a good kick, but Walker's picked it up. Walker then hooks it back. In comes big Simon Madden, punched away by Reeves. Underneath it, Gotch hits it back and doesn't gain much. And there's umpire deciding he'll clear it all up. Osborne underneath it, the bounce to be taken.
Essendon within goal scoring range if they can get it clear of here. Big pack. Madden wins the tap. Ezard. Another ball up. Essendon leads 63 to 25. And we're just about to tick into time on in the second quarter. Bombers have played delightfully into the breeze in the second quarter. Gotch. Osborne. Running out of room. Another good kick. Barwick. Good mark.
Barwick's been moved on to Baker.
Yes, he has, and rightly so. Loken's been a very ordinary player. Barwick, a tough player. Pert. Ooh, didn't he leap? Come on, Gary, go for the run. Big fellow should have kicked. Loken in trouble. Conlon, caught. Bounces off. Caught again. Wilson, Nagel. Nagel, well done to Duckworth. Duckworth brilliantly out in the Baker direction. And Baker's been a brilliant centre man in this second term. I thought he would have taken a free kick onto Danaher. Advantage rule has played on. Danaher loses it. Bradbury's with it.
Bradbury near the centre. Drives it long into the breeze. Madden comes from behind. In front, Thornton. Nobody there for Fitzroy. Carlson charges at it and fumbles. In goes Baker. Watson. Held when not in possession. Free kick to Tim Watson. Third kick only for Tim Watson. The most unusual game for him. Difficult shot for goal. The breeze across him right to left from there. Distance 40 metres. Oh, it's a great kick. What a beauty.
And at half-time, Essendon led by 38 points. They kicked 6 goals to 3 in the third quarter and then 3 goals to 2 in the last to win by 61 points. Simon Madden kicked 5 goals for the Dons, Danaher, Baker and Williams 2 each, while Quinlan kicked 4 for Fitzroy. Les Parrish of Fitzroy reported by umpire Soares for allegedly striking Frank Donnell of Essendon.